has seen, and I would be interested to know if you guys can pick out what my favorite line from that session was. But let me think of one that you guys might... How many of you guys watch Ruby? Okay, so it's not just one line, it's really like a whole block of lines. But if you've seen the scene where Ilya is kind of telling her story and how she got in, what she's been up to in the time that she hasn't seen Blake, and what's been going on with her life, and she's talking about the girls that she went to school with and how they bullied her, and Blake's like, oh, that's so terrible. And I was bullied when I was in school, and so I was like so emotionally attached to what she was saying, and I could totally get on board with her. And then the last line was, dumping, I broke their teeth. And I was like, that is, I think, what everybody that is bullied wants to say that they did. But when they look back on it, they're glad they didn't. I mean, the people that bullied me, when I saw them at my 10-year reunion and we talked, they were like, I feel so bad, I was so mean to you. And it was because I was really jealous that your mom was always there for you and that you knew what you wanted to do with your life. You always wanted to be an actor, and I hated you for that. And my heart kind of broke for them because I understood exactly why they were mean to me. They thought I had everything, and I thought they had everything. So, you know, as hearing Ilya say that, I'm like, oh, that's such a good moment for someone. But then as somebody that was bullied, I'm like, well, I'm glad I didn't break anybody's teeth. That would have been really expensive for me paying for veneers at 10. So.
That was my question for Ilya, so thank you.
Oh, yay! Awesome. Okay, cool. Do you guys want to do some improv stuff? Sweet. Okay, let me see on here some games that we can play in a short time. You know what? Let's do a couple rounds of this really quick game. Are you guys familiar with the dating game? Okay, well, I do a version of the Disney dating game. So if I can have 4 people up here. Yes. You come down here. Yes. Yes. And yes. Perfect. 4 gents. Okay. So, usually when I tried this the first time, it was an anime dating game, and it didn't work out because not everybody watches the same anime, but I found everybody knows Disney movies. So come on up here, guys. And yes, you get to pick, are you going to be a female character or a male character? So let me see where I say that. Okay, who would like to be a female character? Perfect.
Oh, I'm making it for female.
Okay, so since we have one princess and well, I just gave it away, but we have to know who you are. So we have one princess looking for a date this evening. You guys can spread out a little bit just so you have some space. Would you like the chair, princess? Perfect. All right, so I'm going to give a little bit of intro, and then I'm going to ask some questions. Now, I love you so much. You're so great. This is exactly why we do improv, because it's yes and. I told him he was a princess. Look at this. So, we're here. You're going to find a date for this evening. You have 3 lovely suitors. You get to ask each of them a question to try to figure out who they are and then make your decision. But first we're going to find out a little bit about you so everybody can guess. So thank you guys so much for coming. This is our fantastic Disney dating game. Please give these lovely suitors and princess a round of applause. Guys, dating in the Disney Pixar universe is really hard. There's a ton of characters. Sometimes people don't get along. Sometimes people live in different universes. So it's amazing that we were able to get all these people here today. Our lovely princess, please tell us a little bit about yourself and what you're looking for.
Hello, I am Queen Elsa.
That's true, you are queen now.
Yes.
This is even more impressive.
Yes, I control whatever kingdom it is that's in.
Look, you're the queen. You don't have to worry about where you live. It's your world. We're just living in it.
I have a tendency to freeze a lot of people, so do be aware of that.
Good to know. Good to know. That'll be very helpful for our suitors. So, is there anything that you would like to ask the first suitor?
Yes, if we break out and sing along, how is your singing voice?
Beautiful.
Well, what kind of... I think with a heroic voice like mine, it would probably have to be quite a lovely voice here.
Awesome. I mean, yes, that will do quite nicely.
And suitor number 2, how do you feel about sing-alongs? What would your voice sound like?
I'd say that's it. Well, I say one of the things with her is
Oh, you'll find him very attractive. That's always nice. Okay. Wow. And what about you, suitor number 3?
I feel like I'm talking about here around this, but I wouldn't mind singing with being a poet and all that. I wouldn't mind singing with songs and whatnot. I mean, if it's a poet, that is perfectly fine.
Okay. Lovely. It sounds like everybody's on board with the singing.
Yes.
Do you have another question for these 3 gentlemen?
Yes, if war suddenly broke out against our neighbours, how would you fare in controlling an army?
Well, I would much rather set my razor for the stone to kill myself.
given the amount of magic I got, it's just a simple wish to destroy your enemies.
Okay. Amazing. And what about you?
Anything but the Kraken. I had a bad experience with one. Never again.
Very valid. I think we've all learned to stay away from Krakens, so that's fair. And for your third and final question before you have to make your decision, what else would you like to ask?
Okay, if I suddenly have one of my meltdowns, or should I say frozen downs, how would you be able to cope with the situation?
Yeah, absolutely. We'll give this is a very serious question, and suitor number 1 would like to have a little bit more time, which is very understandable. He is trying to win the favor of a queen here.
That shouldn't be a problem. After all, my little friend here, you could talk to him. He's very good with people and very disposable.
Very loyal, then.
Well,
And attractive.
And attractive. Yes.
You know what I'll do? I just get my things, then also the room, grab the gold, then my crew, then the room. I'll just travel through world's ends and spend the last time together for another 10 years.
So if you had a frozen down, that suitor number 3 would need a 10-year vacation. Just to sort it out. At least he's upfront about it. What about you? Do you have sort of an idea?
I think so, yes. I think I would be able to take you on a flight to infinity and beyond.
But I've got a kingdom to control.
We've also got a sister. She can help take over while you take a little vacation.
Did you see the last guy she tried to marry? I don't trust her at all.
You know, that's very valid. I would hope she's learned a little bit since then.
Married issues, I missed out on my chance.
Right.
So, do you have any idea who you would like to take out for this lovely first date?
Well, he's got very good plans for battle if he comes. He seems to know what to do when I have one of my frozen nose. And he's very attractive.
Yes! Do you know who this mystery suitor is?
I'll find out over a nice dinner that I assume that you are paying for.
Amazing! So, I'm so glad that you guys will live happily ever after. I would love for you guys to guess who these lovely suitors are. This is one of the best versions of the dating game that we've ever had. So, obviously you know, it's Queen Elsa. Who is suitor number 2? Yes, nice job! Suitor number 3?
Jack Sparrow.
Yes, very good. And suitor number 1?
Buzz Lightyear.
Nice! Well done! Nobody's ever guessed all of them. You guys were fantastic. We can do one more round if you guys want to do that again. Sweet, let's get some girls up here. Not that I don't love these gentlemen, give them a round of applause. Sure. Fantastic. And photo. Okay.
She didn't say she wanted as many girls as possible.
I'll just tell some street version. I'll give him money for this stuff.
Oh dear, the Republicans are out. They'll leave Sweden and Germany,
Come on up here. And our lovely gentleman, if you want to take the chair. That sounds so terrible and scary. Welcome back to another episode of the Disney Dating Game. We have a whole new set of suitors and a lovely gentleman who wants a date. So it's going to be great. For our lovely gentleman, what are you looking for in a lady?
I'm looking for someone who could travel around and look out for each other as equals.
Perfect. That sounds fair. Would you like to ask a question for our first suitor?
Would you be okay with traveling around the world instead of staying in the same place?
Well, first I would, first I was at the sea, but I would love to go anywhere.
Perfect.
No, I wouldn't really. I haven't even a stepmother to want to raise one.
Yeah, I would love to travel around. If my mother let me. Oh my gosh, sounds like we got some really protective mothers here. I'm so sorry. Do you have another question you'd like to ask these lovely ladies?
How would that wedding be?
Of course it would be seafoam blue, but I don't mind a little... maybe? Oh, definitely white. This one.
It would be extravagant with little friends in tow. Well, you did say that you wanted everybody to be treated as equals, so she wants her friends to be a part of the wedding. Is that a problem? Lovely.
So I also have a female friend who comes around on adventures sometimes with her.
Oh, yes. With Bullseye.
But yeah.
Yeah.
So, would that be okay?
It's also very important. You can't have the friend be jealous of the new girlfriend. That's very fair.
Of course, as long as I can bring my little henchman with me. Of course, I love that we find strangers.
We could probably make dresses together. Well, that's nice. Aww. Do you have any idea who these ladies might be or who you might want to take out on a date, or do you need another question or two?
I think I know.
You do? Okay.
Maybe lady number 3.
Lady number 3. Do you know who lady number 3 might be? Hello? Do you guys know who lady number 3 might be?
Cinderella.
Oh, that is a good guess. Rapunzel, yeah, it is Rapunzel. Very good. Did you guys know who lady number 2 was?
Snow White.
I think somebody said it over here. No, not Cinderella.
Snow White.
Snow White, yes. And lady number 1?
Ursula.
Yeah, nice job. Did you guys know who our suitor was? Yes. Not Aladdin. Woody, yeah. Great job, guys. That was fantastic. Well, I hope that Rapunzel and Woody live happily ever after. I'm not really sure how that is going to work, but we can maybe get a Rapunzel doll that can come over to Danny's house. Thank you, guys. That was so awesome. Give them a round of applause. Okay, let's see. We might be able to do one round of a game called Pillars. If you'd like to do that, I will need 4 people up here. Yes, in the hat. Yes, in yes, in Junior cosplay. Yes, with the bandana. And anybody who has not gone yet, yes, come on up here. Okay, so 2 of you will stand in the center of the stage. 2 of you will stand on the edge of the stage right here. So we'll have 1 in the corner right here. Perfect. Just stand up right there. And then you guys will be in the center. So the way Pillars works, this is a very fun game that we used to do. Have you guys played Pillars before? So you guys will be getting a scene. We'll give you a relationship and a location. You guys will create the scene. So let's say I am playing Pokemon Go with my brother. And I'm playing Pokemon Go, walking around. I'm like, yeah, it's really fun. We always love playing Pokemon Go, but wow, that is really terrifying. Brother says, what is it? I don't know. It's and it's up to you to fill in the blank. And you can say whatever pops in your mind. If the first thing that pops in your mind is blueberry pancake, it doesn't matter that I just said it's terrifying. It's a blueberry pancake. There's a blueberry pancake. It's terrifying that somebody did not eat that. It's perfect blueberry pancake lying there on the ground. We did this improv game once, and somebody was talking about animals, and then suddenly it became a car dealership for animals. So it was just like some tokens, so things that did not make sense totally make sense because that's improv. So the only thing that I ask is set them up before you give them a quick suggestion. So if somebody said, what are you doing today? Don't go, tell them, what are you doing today? Well, I thought I would go to the park and eat lobster. Eat lobster. I'm going to eat lobster in the park. And just go with it that way. So set them up to just give a 1 or 2 word suggestion. And you can switch suggestions. And no pressure. It's fun. It's improv. We have no idea what to expect, and it's going to be great. So, can I get a relationship for these 2 lovely individuals? Yes?
Brother and sister.
Brother and sister. Perfect. And where are they?
Spaceship.
Spaceship! Brother and sister in space! I love it! Okay, go for it. The floor is yours. I'm gonna give you this mic.
So how did we get here?
That is a very good question. I assume that we went up in a rocket.
I mean, I did wonder how we ended up here, but I mean, it does make sense. We did wander into. It must have been like the DeLorean as well, because it just took off and there we went.
Well, you know, sometimes stuff happens. Maybe we drove through a portal, or maybe we.
We suddenly got under attack by Martians.
And that would explain why they took us to space.
Of course, we stole one of their ships and we're fighting back. That was the only way to make sense. We have to fire the. Loading the catapults on the top of the ship. Quick, get up there and fire them now. I don't know how we're going to cut the string though. I mean, why don't you use a.
Well, if it works, it works. I mean, some ships maybe it has a spike at the end to cut the Earth.
I mean, we could try something else. I mean, even if that doesn't work, we still have the. Down in the cargo hold full of xenomorph facehuggers, we just load the Martians down there and. No, that makes the problem worse, doesn't it?
Well, maybe if the eggs are expired, we can give them food poisoning, or unless it has a side effect such as.
Rabies.
Well, it's a good thing we all have our immunizations, and like, if nothing else, it can always cause. Which is a shame because we've run clean out of. It's actually useful. I mean, I'm still wearing yours. Are you wearing money?
Of course, always.
Perfect. Now we're into the scene. So that was awesome, you guys. It was. You guys did fantastic. Really, really great job. So one thing that I loved about their scene is, like, they started saying things that you're like, that doesn't make any sense. But by the end of it, weren't you guys like, okay, this is the world we live in. That makes a lot of sense. We've got alien facehuggers downstairs that might have rabies, and that's a whole nother issue that we don't want to deal with. So that was a terrifying world that you guys created. I loved it so much. And I loved how fearless you guys were. You didn't take a moment and go, that's not an answer. If anything, you kind of made one of the pillars turn into, I felt like it was a computer in the spaceship, where you were like, that was actually useful. Thank you, Siri computer from the future. So that was awesome. Thank you guys so much for coming. I think that is that the end of the panel? 6:01. Yes. Yes. Thank you guys so much for coming and asking questions and for playing with me and doing some improv. I hope you guys have fun. And if you jumped on stage and we're super brave and fearless and we're ready to go with the flow, I commend you. That's really, really scary. And you guys all did a fantastic job. And if you want to do that, and you want to do more improv, I know there's places here in the UK where you can. And if you want to do that again tomorrow, I can do more improv at the end of my panel. So those of you who did not get on stage can play again. You guys would like to do that?